All right, recording. Hey guys, welcome to tonight's team call. It is Monday, July 20th, and it is the day after Summit weekend. um, so I, I'm on the high. I'm on the Summit high, like the Summit train. It was virtual and doesn't even matter. Like I was all the way here for all the things. You know, Carrie and the girls will tell you, like, I was obsessed with having everything on the television all day long, but obsessed. So I'm gonna briefly just like kind of snapshot some things that you guys need to know from Summit and give you guys some tips on if you didn't check some things out, what I think you really should check out, what would be worth your time. But I just kind of want to start it real quick with how to normally, we all go to Summit. We come home and we're like exhausted, overwhelmed, tired because you never freaking stop. And we sleep like 3 hours a night. So it's like, we're always like, oh, what do we do? So first things first, whether you did it yesterday, you did it today, or you haven't yet, like take a freaking day to relax, especially if you were in all the things this weekend and did all the things. Like it's okay to take a day to just put things down and relax. Just kind of like, soak in what you took, what you watched, read, and just be with the people that you care about and love, right? Because that's why we're ultimately doing this thing, for the people we care about and love. So the next step is to get yourself organized. I don't know if I heard this on the wake up call or another call I was on today, but it was pretty perfect. And I like what they said about make a list, organize yourself, make a list, and figure out what you need to do now and what you can save for later. And same thing, like what you need to do now for your team and what you can do later. So, for example, if you sorry about the yelling if you heard that. If you have like all the Beachbody Champs things to go through and you haven't gone through the videos, what is it that you need right now? Do you need to literally launch your business and get off your feet? Then you need to go and watch the Angie Belmar video, and you need to do that now. But do you really know how to do you really need to know how to get to team leader right now? Or build your brand on social media? Probably not. You can probably save them for like another time. So what do you need to do now? What do you need to do later? And then that is going to lead you into thinking about next month. And next month is Team Cup. Team Cup is, I love it because you win prizes, and I'm here for all the prizes. But this one is you pair up with 5 people. Can only be 1-star diamond on a team, and you all shoot for Success Club. Now, if you've never been on Team Cup before, if you've done it years ago or whatever, like I'm a firm believer in Team Cup if you're with the right people. If you're with people on the Team Cup who are just gonna let you, it's okay, Meg, you're good, like you had a rough day, then don't be on a Team Cup. But if you are gonna pair up with people who are literally gonna be like, I'm going every day, no matter what happens, and I'm going to get up early and stay up late and get all my inviting out, get all my connections out, and I'm going to hit Success Club, whatever, by the end of the month, and I'm going to help our team collectively get that stadium chair, then you sign up with a team. And you want to find the people that you want to work with, okay? So I would highly suggest you not put out a post on like a team page and be like, hey, does anybody want to do Team Cup? I would suggest you go DM or text or whatever the people that you would like to pair up with and work with. And if they're people that are going to make you level up, then you got to ask them. And I think you asking like shows that you are taking initiative and you're going to do the work, hopefully. Nothing better then the success that comes out of Team Cup, people can literally double and triple their income from the month before. They can like catapult their business into, you know, like um, rolling out diamonds, like getting up to team leader status, whatever. But if you take it seriously and you use it what it's for to gain momentum in your business, you're going to have momentum in your business. I know August is a long month. It's 31 days. And, you know, it's the last kind of month of the summer, but trust me when I say that this year hasn't been hard yet, okay, in your business. What's hard are the next 4 months coming up, okay? Who the hell knows what we're doing going back to school? People are going to freak out. And then you got all the holidays, all the things, okay? That's where it's going to be hard. So if we want to think about the last 7 months being hard, no, like the next 5 months are going to be hard. So use August as a way to catapult into a great fall and winter season. If you have not done or started MBF, if you are on another program, I don't care what program you're doing, but you need to like get a transformation, whether it's, I don't like, some people may not need a physical transformation. They might need a total nutrition overhaul, a mental overhaul, but you need to come out of this with some sort of transformation that you can show people in the next 3 to 4 weeks. Like, this works and you need to do it with me, and you need to create serious FOMO out of it. Okay. I have all the FOMO, like I do. Like, I want to be in all the things. I want to be around all the people, like with all this Beachbody stuff, because I'm obsessed. So you need to create the FOMO, like you want people in that with you. Okay, so the last thing is setting up your goals. I liked this quote: "No one can hit a target that they cannot see." I don't know, it's kind of good, right? So you need a goal. Like, it's only July 20th. We have 31 days left. Yes, I just did that 30 days, half September thing. We have 31 days, or 31 days in July. We have 11 more days to hit our July goals, okay? But I need you to be thinking long term, and I need you to think about what you want in August and how you want to end the year, okay? Summit is specifically placed in June and July, so it gives you momentum for the rest of the year, okay? So you need to specifically state your goals. You need to put them out there. I just put out a super freaking scary goal today, and like, not just in my notebook, like not to like, you know, side text like to corporate. And like, I feel like if I did that with corporate, like I need to like actually do it. So I also know that obviously life is crazy, life is difficult, there's just so much going on in the world, you know, all this stuff. But I'm going to use this as an example. When we first started like stay home quarantine in March, you know, we all lived it up a little bit. We were like, oh, this is a great like Christmas vacation or like spring break or whatever for a couple weeks, and we had all the fun, right? But I got to a point like 3 weeks in where I was like, yeah, this isn't going anywhere. And I am not cool with feeling the way I feel in my skin, feeling the way I feel in my mind, feeling the way that I feel like socially. I am not cool with coming out of this in that same way. So that is why I committed to 10 rounds, and I like went all out with it. Like, you know, UPF, 10 rounds. I did it down the beach. I did it everywhere. And then I went in for a second round because I got such great results and I loved it. So I for sure came out of quarantine as like better than when I started, like seriously. And so I had this thought that like, you know, I just don't want to get, so 2020 has already been like a crap show, right? I don't want to get to December 31st of the crappiest year probably for a lot of us in our lives and think, well, I could have shown up a little bit more. Like, if I don't even hit the goal, okay, but I need to look back and be like, I did everything I could, because I already know, because I've done it in the past. I've said I wanted things. I've said I wanted XYZ, and I've not done the things. And then I get after to the date or whatever. And I'm like, I just want to, like, you know, punch a hole in the wall kind of sometimes, because I'm like, I probably could have done it if I actually did the work that I need to do to get there, whether fitness or business, right? So I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't want to get to the end of 2020 and think, you know, I could have done more to get where I want to go, because where I want to go is really freaking important to me. And just the last like couple days has really like driven that into my head. Like, so you need to have goals. And I would really like, if we put our goals in the team page, I would really like if you do have a mentor with corporate, send them to your corporate mentor. Like, if you are, whatever, but in the team page, we need to talk about it. We need to keep accountable for the next however long. All right. So couple things. Tickets for Summit, they're up to $150. Grab them. Even if you don't know if you're going to go, just grab it, because $150, like, you just sell 3 challenge packs. Okay. And we just all need to believe that we're going to be in St. Louis next year. Like, we just don't need to think like, what happens if we're not? No, we need to think we will be, and we're going. Also, on Wednesday is the day that the hotels become available so if you go to coachsummit.com on Wednesday, you'll be able to register for hotels. Now, if you have points or whatever, go do your thing. But I will say that the rates that Beachbody gets for the hotels in the cities are freaking a deal. Like, my hotel for New Orleans this year was $155 a night. And if I split that even with 2 people, like on 2 other people, or 4 total, like, freaking deal. So I would just book a hotel too, or get with your upline or your mentor, your coach or whatever, and figure out the plans. But somebody needs to be booking some fashion of hotels on Wednesday, and they sell out like in like 2 or 3 days. Okay. So I think you all have heard all the things that are coming out. So I'm not really going to go over that. The pre and postnatal is getting into BOD in August with Elise. You've got 30-day breakaway, the running program that's coming out in October. And then, of course, you have 9-week Control Freak coming out in December, January. So all those things, put them on your radar, all of that. What I do think you need to do, if you have not done it, put it on your organization list for what do I need to do now. I do think that you need to go into the Champs page and figure out which videos pertain to you right now, and you need to watch them, and you need to take action with them. And then I do think also it would be a good idea, if you didn't listen to the first general session with Holly Hillier, it was about how she transitioned, like, from talking all fitness and challenge groups and just bringing in challengers to like actually bringing in business people to work the business. And there was nothing like weird about it or like spammy or anything like that. There was actually really good tips, and she gave actual like photos of like her posts and things like that she's like, I went from this to this. This is how I talked about this versus this. So that was in the first general session. The link is probably in the events app still, or they might have linked it in the Champs page. But I think that was a really valuable one to watch and take notes on. Yeah. So the other thing that I wanted to kind of get into, and I've kind of led into it with like our trajectory of where we want to look to where we're going this year. But I heard a lot of things this weekend. I don't know if it's that this would have been my 5th, it is my 5th, but would have been my 5th in-person summit. I don't know if it's like just the fact that like I've held this job longer than I've held any job before. Like I was a nurse for like 8 years, but I worked in different places, organizations. So I don't know if it was the fact that like this would have been year 5, or I don't know if it was the thing where they say, you know, somebody says the right thing at the right time and it clicks. Like I don't know what it was, but I feel like I heard so many things this weekend that just kind of all put the puzzle together for me. And I also realized, because I have been, even like, you know, some people on the team who know some things that have been like I've been dealing with, they will tell you like I've been telling them like how hard things are, and that I like just needed to kind of like slow down what I was doing. But it's not, we could be doing all the things, we could be saying all the right things, we could be filling out our trackers and doing all the actions, but we're not going to get where we want to go if we don't have the belief that we can get where we want to go. So that is the only thing that has stopped me, because I have told myself I have this going on, this going on, this making me feel this way, and so I can't do these things. And if I keep thinking that, it's just going to be the way it is, right? So we have to believe that we can get where we want to go or achieve what we want to achieve. That's the only thing stopping us from hitting our goals, any goals, is our belief in ourselves. And like I said, you could be doing all the things, you could be saying all the right things, you could be sharing with me your tracker, you could be showing me conversations, but in your head, if you don't believe that you can be diamond, that you can go 2-star, that you can hit Success Club 10 every month consistently, if you don't believe that, then that's what's holding you back and stopping you. So also need to think of it this way. In order to grow in this business, we all will ultimately become leaders in this business. Like that's just what we are in this business. We lead in some fashion. We lead our challengers, or we lead a team that we're building, or we lead the organization that we've built. And it's not just enough to believe in yourself, but you've got to believe in the people that you're leading as well. So if you bring on challengers and you think they're going to screw this up or they're not going to do this, if you are not believing that they can do it, then they're probably going to say that they didn't watch the Tubi videos, even though they were free. Like, we have to believe in them and we have to instill that belief. So we'll probably be like, you know, running circles and sometimes a broken record, but like we have to instill the belief in them, just like we need the belief in ourselves. Same thing with our team. If we don't believe that, if I don't believe my coach can hit diamond next month, then she's probably not going to hit diamond, because I'm not going to be able to instill in her that she can do it. I'm not going to be able to instill in a brand new coach that they can go emerald next month. Okay. So think about, and this also like came from Summit with the Kendra Hall thing. If you haven't listened to Kendra Hall, that's the other thing I want you to listen to or even re-listen to this week. That was in the champs page. But she said at the very end, she said, the only story that matters, because it's all about, her book is about stories and storytelling and telling stories that like make a difference and like stick with people. The end, she said, the only story that ultimately matters is the story you tell yourself. So the story we tell ourselves, the thing that we believe, like it all just like, I don't know, it all just came together in my head for me this week. And like I said, want to summit high, and you guys know I'm like addicted, but we're running with it. And I've got people in all places that I've already told, don't let me like lose that high and the momentum that I'm feeling. So we just have to remember that it all comes down to what we believe. So that's what I have for you. I don't like to keep these going too long or too much and talking all the time. But I want to know from everybody on here real quick, what was your favorite announcement from Summit? And what you're like, I am taking that and I am running with it. So I think Jody was the first one on the call, so Jody can go first.
Rude. I don't like to go first. No, actually, I only got to I didn't get to listen to all of Holly's call, but that was kind of the biggest thing for me because I've obviously been in this business for a while and I don't have a problem bringing on challengers. But what has been my problem, and MBF has been a great launch for me, but at the same time, my problem has always been getting coaches to work the business. And so I plan to listen to that again all the way through and really dig in because I don't talk about the business enough. And that is where I'm stuck. I can sell challenge packs, but that's not going to ever get me to where I really want to go. So that was a pretty big takeaway. But there's other trainings that I still need to listen to. So
no, I like that because I need to re-listen to it too, and I want to take. I think I don't know what we were doing that night when it was on, but I was not in the place to take notes, and I really need to take notes on it.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a great takeaway.
Yeah.
Court?
So I agree. Holly's call was really good. I liked how she showed who she was talking to and what she needed to say to speak to that person, that kind of mom. The other one I liked was Bonnie's confidence call. I don't know if anybody saw that in the Champs page, about speaking with confidence and messaging with confidence. Because if you're like, hey, do you kind of maybe want to try this? You might get some good results. Like, nobody's going to go for that. You need to be confident in everything that you're saying. And so that was another good one for me.
I didn't see that one yet, so I'm writing that down. Thank you. So I got a whole list that are a need right now. I don't know who was on next, so one of the lovely Team 3 Strands ladies have to go.
Can you repeat the question, please?
I just said, what was your biggest takeaway or the thing that you're most excited about coming out of Summit?
Gotcha. I can do both. I think, sorry, I don't have my camera on because I was crying earlier because I've had a really rough day, so sorry. But I really liked Ashley's talk, which she talked about not focusing on selling 3 challenge packs, but really focusing on who can I help this month and not put a number on it that way, but just who can I help this month? I want to help as many people as possible and not having it in your mind that I need to sell 3 challenge packs to hit Success Club. I think that was really important. And I think the biggest announcement that I'm excited for, or the one I'm going to run with, is actually the running program because I don't like to run. So if you're uncomfortable, you're growing, and I want my challengers to grow. So I'm going to grow and run with them.
Literally run.
Exactly.
I love that. I did forget about that, what Ashley said, but you're right. And I've heard it a million times, but it makes so much sense, Katie. You have to not, yes, we know we need 6 to 10 points or even more, but we can't just write points down. We have to write names. We have to think of who are the 3 people I'm going to impact this month. And you're right. That's a great reminder.
Yeah.
And love you.
Love you too.
Kel?
Sorry, I got caught up listening. I forgot I was actually going to talk.
Okay.
Okay, so what I liked about this call was the fact that even as somebody who is currently the top coach in the network, she made it seem very realistic. She kind of spoke to people on any level, which I thought was cool, and it kind of just surprised me. I didn't expect her to be able to address something in that way, as somebody who's had obviously so much success. I loved the way that Kendra just talks. I liked just watching her talk because she just was like, she's such a compelling personality, and like just everything she says, I just like am hanging on her every word. And that is just something that I admire so much, is just the way that she talked. I mean, yeah, the stuff that she said was great, but like the way that she said it was just, I loved it.
Yeah, I agree.
I know this one's kind of random, but I'm actually super excited about like the meditations
Oh, I forgot
and
about them. Yes.
stuff that are coming out. I'm obviously, I've been through like a lot more than like just a physical transformation in the past year, and I've done a lot of meditating and a lot of just stuff other than working out. And so the fact that that Beachbody is recognizing that as being important to health and wellness, I just feel is so important and is really, really cool. And so like, yeah, the new fitness programs are great, and you know, that's exciting, but I feel like bringing that component into the mix is just a huge recognition from Beachbody, just recognizing the importance of that on, you know, mental health and wellness and everything. So I think that's gonna be really cool.
I'm glad you said that because I forgot about it, and you're 100% right. When we heard that, I actually told Carrie, I was like, I have a membership to the app Headspace, which I use. I actually fall asleep with it every night, but I had to pay $75 for it on iTunes for the year.
FYI, for the past like 3 weeks or so, I've been using the app Insight Timer. So I've tried Headspace free trial and I've tried Calm. And recently I've been using Insight Timer, and it has it has a yearly membership that's, I think it's only $60 for the year, but there are so many free meditations. I do morning meditations with it. I listen to their music. Like they have, you know, all kinds of music, instrumental music, like while I'm journaling and reading, because I can't listen to words.
Yeah.
And then I listen to like their bedtime stories. I listen to like all of it. And so I haven't even paid. I probably will pay for the year membership, but like you get so much more free content with that than you do with Headspace or with Calm.
Oh, it's like a free app and you can upgrade to certain things?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna download that one.
There's so much. I love it.
So, question for you. I know we're like kind of not going on topic here, but the bedtime stories, because Headspace has them too, and like some of them are like 30 to 45 minutes, and I'm like, also, are they, like what are they weird? Are they like actual like?
I mean, I don't think it's weird, but I also I prefer not to have the TV on when I'm falling asleep. I like to just listen to something. And so like some of them will have like rain and thunder and stuff like that in the background, which I live in Hawaii and we don't have thunder. And so hearing that somewhere is just fantastic. And it's the thing that I like about the Insight Timer app is there's all kinds of different people who do the stories and meditations and stuff, whereas like the Headspace was just like a couple of different voices.
Just Andy.
You know? So I've lived here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by Jody's comment. I've lived here for 3.5 years, and we've had like 5 thunderstorms in the 3.5 years since I've been here. It's this sad. I also moved here from South Florida, where we had thunder every single day. So that is probably the number one thing I'm excited for is thunder and all day rain. We don't have that. But yeah, no, the bedtime story, it's just like a soothing
Is it like you have to concentrate?
thing. I also listen to something. No, you just listen. You're supposed, like, you don't concentrate because you just fall asleep while you're like, it's just listening to like, I don't know, somebody do math problems or something. Like you just zone out and
Okay.
you don't concentrate. I don't think I've ever listened to like the end of one.
Okay.
I also listen to like different yoga nidras a lot when I fall asleep, because yoga nidra is like a really it can be energizing and restorative, but it can also be very calm and relaxing. So it's just a type of like it's not an active yoga, it's just a listening yoga.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. Do you remember when that's going into bod?
Yeah, so they said that the affirmations that are like recorded by Elise, because Elise is doing her like short meditations based on her affirmation cards, and I think those are being released into bod in the next couple of weeks, like the beginning of August. And then they were doing like this whole other
Right.
meditation program kind of, which they were making a goal for September, sometime in
Oh,
September.
okay.
And that was just going to like be released like directly into bod. So
Right.
nothing
Okay.
like additional.
Thanks. Perfect. And we are so proud of you. And we are so you are our winner. And so, you didn't win, but you're our winner and we're so proud of you and you're just amazing. So don't ever forget it.
Thank you. You make my heart pitter patter.
All right, Kara, you're up.
Should I like pull up Kelly's transformation picture and really embarrass her in front of everyone? Nah, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. He was, if you guys caught the Beach Body Challenge, her picture like flashed across the screen at the very beginning because she applied for it and should have won. And I gave Carl the evil eye the whole time. Legit, you can ask Megan. I had attitude. But anyway, I took away, there's a lot I still need to re-listen to and catch up on because there was a lot of trainings. I want to re-listen to Holly's, but I did, in the little bit that I caught, I did catch some things that stuck with me. I liked that she categorized 3 different types of coaches and that she was specific to which coach she was and which coach she was trying to attract, because I think that's important for everyone, but especially it just spoke to me right now. And I also liked that she spoke about really reflecting on her, how she can post about coaching and speak about it, and realizing that she can show before and afters with coaching, just like she can show before and afters with workouts. It just looked a little different. So I thought that was a good challenge from her also. And I wanted to start thinking about that more and how I can show that on my social, because I really try to challenge myself to put like physical before and afters in my feed, but I don't do that as much with coaching. So I like that. And then the program, I mean, I'm like Autumn's biggest fangirl ever. So till the day I die, it's 9-week Control Freak. I'm going to run. And I mean, I'm going to run with every release, but I'm going to friggin' sprint there. I'm very excited. She has me.
She has me. Yeah. You had me at pineapples.
She had me at 21 Day Fix.
Right. Good. Love it. Yeah, I need to go back and listen. I guess, I don't know, does anybody like want to talk about anything, have questions, thoughts, anything they need to get out of their chest? Otherwise, I think we're done. And just, I would say put your goals in the team page in the next couple days. And if you don't,
Can you create a goal thread?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yes, and I'll pin it to the top.
Perfect.
And it'll just be a standard goals, but we could put the rest of this month, August, and end of year.
Okay.
I think that will like give us a good like launching thing. Not too far out, but not just this month. Yes, perfect.
Thanks.
I'll put a goals thread. Did anybody grab a picture? All right, we're gonna get a picture with Katie's beautiful picture too. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, ladies, loved having you on tonight. Loved giving you a little bit of my awakening, and hope we get our goals out and talk soon and we make them happen. All right, night, girls.
Night. Thanks.